Hi there and welcome to another 5 minute tutorials. This afternoon we're going to be looking at something completely different from the BSP volumes we did before. This time we're going to be working on the third person character and looking at maybe switching the camera around so you can move between third and first person. Okay, so in your content browser, mine's at the bottom. For a lot of people that will be the same. If not, just look for the content browser tab. I want you to click into content and then you've got your third person BP. And in blueprints and third person character, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to add another camera and we're going to call that face cam. Okay, and we're just going to pull that up into the mesh. That's fine. And then we're going to change the parent socket in the details panel to head, because we want this to be stuck to the player's head and we want it to be in that position. And you can see that it's actually moved the camera into a funky weird position, so I'm just going to reset that back to 0, and then I'm going to select the camera and I'm just going to rotate it as well. And you want it so that the little thingy is sticking up and to the right hand side, so 90 degrees. There you go. And I'm just going to pull the camera itself forward to about there so the face is sticking out, and that's pretty much perfect. Okay, one other thing while we're in the face cam, we're just going to go down to camera settings and we're going to use pawn control rotation. In the camera settings, in the details panel, we're just going to check that box. No, constrain that. No, that box there. The use pawn control rotation. And this just means that when this camera is active, as you turn or you swipe the mouse around or you move the mouse, the camera will follow with it. Okay, one other thing we need to do while we're here is go back to the third person character, and I'm just going to select pawn, use control rotation pitch, and yaw, and then compile and save that. Now we do the fun stuff, the event graph in the blueprint. So the first thing we want to do is say, well, we want to change this. We're going to make this nice and easy, and we're going to change the camera on a key event. So as I press a key on the keyboard, it's going to switch cameras. So if I just choose any key that I want to use, I'm going to press Q, and now you can see down here in the input section, keyboard events, there's a Q. So we're going to select that, and then we're going to say when I press this little red box denotes an event. And then when I press this, I'm going to pull off a little tab or a little line, and I'm going to say toggle active face cam. In fact, now let's do this the other way around. Let's delete that. Let's toggle the follow camera. Toggle follow camera, and that means that when I press Q, it's going to toggle that on and off. Okay, compile, save, and what else am I going to do? I'm just going to select all of that, and I'm going to press C for comment. I'm just going to comment this, and I'm going to say camera switch. Always good practice to do this. Always make sure you comment in your blueprints, and you can see that I can then shift the whole thing around. And when I come back to this later, I'm not necessarily going to be confused about what this does. It tells me right there in the comment what that does. So again, compile and save. And now if I go to play, you can see I start off as a first person camera, and then when I press Q, it does nothing. Why would that be? Why would that be? Let's go back to our camera here. Face cam or follow cam with third person. Okay, in that case, let's just pull that in, and we're going to use a getter, and we're going to pop that into there. Compile, save, and then I'm just going to play that. Okay, there you go, because I used the wrong camera. So essentially what's happening there, as you can see, I can look up and down, left and right, and you can even tell there. I've got really bad anti-aliasing because I'm recording at the same time, but you get a small amount of head bobbing as I'm running and walking, and just idling, and then if I switch out and then switch back in again, and that's it. That's literally all you need to do. So now every time you press Q, or you can change the event to something else if you so wish, but every time you press Q, you switch camera. Nice and easy, really simple, great way to do it. And that's it for this tutorial. It's been 5 minutes, I think, just over. I hope to see you again in the next one, and any comments or anything else you want to see, then go right ahead and just leave me a message.